Harry Bear, Treatment Wiki website. Presents Mesothelioma. Mesothelioma asbestos lung cancer is quite a popular question. So let's talk about mesothelioma asbestos lung cancer. Asbestos fibers are very small and contained in the dust. When working with asbestos, inhalation can enter the body. Exposure to asbestos causes diseases such as the formation of plaques and diffuse pleural thickening. Asbestosis, fibrosis of the lungs. Mesothelioma and lung cancer. Pleural plaques. Pleura are a lung film, a thin transparent shell, tightly covering the lungs and lining the chest cavity from the inside. Pleural plaques, detected radiographically, clearly express seals occurring most often at the bottom of the pleura. Sometimes calcified pleural plaques can. Pleural plaques are formed after 20 or more years after the start of work with asbestos and only show effects of asbestos, but have no effect on lung function. Asbestosis. Asbestosis, a progressive disease of the respiratory tract, caused by the inhalation of asbestos dust over a long period or during a very intense short-term exposure to asbestos. There is irritation and inflammation of the lungs that may lead to scarring of the lung tissue. The result is a reduction in the respiratory area of the lungs, and respiratory function deteriorates over the years. Lung damage is compounded. The latent, hidden period of asbestosis can reach 25 to 40 years. Typical symptoms of the disease, appearing at different times: a shortness of breath, cough, hoarse sound when inhaled. The disease continues to progress, despite the fact that there is no contact with asbestos. Shortness of breath that occurs initially only on exertion, in the future may arise during any daily work. In severe cases, death can occur. The diagnosis is made by the asbestos survey, radiographic and computer tomography, with the test of lung function is set as worsened respiratory function. The final diagnosis was based on the results of a biopsy of the lungs. Effective treatment for asbestosis does not exist. Mesothelioma. Mesothelioma is a rare tumor of the pleura or peritoneum. The major risk factor for mesothelioma is exposure to asbestos. Mesothelioma is almost always occurs in the thoracic cavity. In very rare, tumor develops in the abdomen. Trapped in the body of asbestos fibers cause inflammation in the tissues surrounding the asbestos fibers. The protective mechanisms of the body destroy fibers. As a result, properties of the cells change. The disease develops slowly. The period of time from first exposure to asbestos to a clinically established tumor diagnosis is 20 to 35. The presence of mesothelioma may be established using X-ray and CT scan. Lung cancer caused by asbestos. Lung cancer caused by asbestos, resembling cancer caused by smoking. The incidence of lung cancer among smokers already diagnosed with asbestosis or diffuse pleural thickening may occur more frequently than in non-smokers with the same disease. Lung cancer can develop in 20 years. The prognosis for life expectancy by an average of about 5 years.